Am I the asshole? For snapping at my wife when she kept asking me if I was okay? So I haven't been sleeping well and I acknowledge that I am looking a bit unhealthy. The other day when talking to my wife, she kept interrupting the conversation to ask if I am okay, with a tone I would describe as "Are you okay?" This first time I answered yeah, I'm fine, I just haven't been sleeping well and I'm tired. Then she did it again in the same conversation and I brushed it off with yes, I am good. Later that evening after she got home from work she again interrupted our conversation with it and I addressed it with "You keep asking me if I am okay, I have told you that I am tired. Are you okay?" To try and indicate that I am finding her behavior a bit strange and perhaps a bit annoying, but I did this calmly with a smile. Then, not 5 minutes later she did it again and I snapped a bit and said with some anger that yes I am fine, and she has now asked me that 4 times today. I was annoyed and angry at her when I said this. It was an emotional outburst. She snapped back at me that she is only trying to care about me and she doesn't deserve to have her head bitten off. I immediately apologized for snapping at her and acknowledged it was an emotional outburst. I am struggling with some things, but they are not things I am ready to talk to her about, so I felt jammed between a rock and hard place when constantly put on the spot like that. She has continued to mope and act like she is victim of this interaction, and I am personally finding that all a bit manipulative. I can accept that her motivations were to help, but I didn't find her approach to be helpful. I found her tone somewhat belittling and to repeatedly interrupt a normal conversation to point out that, yes, I do not look good at moment to be annoying, and I got annoyed and immediately apologized. She is acting like I am an R and I don't think that I am, and kind of think she is by carrying on about it. AITA? Nah, but next time instead of saying yes I'm okay, say not really, but I need some time to process this myself before I can talk about it, so just give me some space, okay? Lol, so you're not okay but you keep telling your wife you are okay. And she knows something is off with you. Fuck's sake man, just tell her that yes there is something bothering you but you don't want to talk about it now. And apologize for your behavior. Nah. Have you heard the old saying, how are you, and how are you really? The thing is, we're conditioned in many cultures to say we're fine even when we're not okay. Your wife picked up on that. But, I have to admit it's awfully annoying when people won't let it go. There's something not being communicated here and your wife knows it. You might need to take the keep and talk sooner than planned because it's becoming unfair on her. You're not okay. And she sees that. So stop telling her you are. I was with you until at the end, you admitted something was wrong. She's asking because she can tell you are lying. Either tell her or say you aren't fine. What is wrong with saying no? I'm not okay. I feel like shit. Next thing will be what's bugging you, what's going on, or what can I do to help? Communicate. I've been both sides of this coin, so I'm gonna have to say soft, you're the asshole. I understand how frustrating it can be on both ends, but fortunately these problems can be fixed with effective communication. Your feelings are valid but hers are too. You need to talk to her, even just to let her know how you are feeling, even if you aren't ready or even know how to talk about why you are feeling this way. Good luck to you. I hope you feel better soon. You're the asshole, are you my husband? You're moping around, probably sighing, and being stuck in your head. She asks if you're okay and you dismiss her concern. But then you keep moping and sighing. So she asks again. You snap at her. At that moment, I tell my husband that I'm being concerned about him, but now that he's yelled at me, I'm done being concerned and I'm no longer responding to him. Then he gets butthurt that I don't care. Take your mopey ass to the spare bedroom until you're ready to talk to her. None of you are assholes. You're not okay, but you lie that you are. She sees it so she pushes bit too much. Just tell her you're not okay, but you don't want to talk about it next time. You're the asshole for marrying someone you can't talk to about your life and problems. Nah, but you could qualify as one to your wife. BC, tell her you can't say it, be open with her. tell her you'll speak with her about your issue later. Clearly she cares about you enough to notice and be worried. She's not being manipulative, she's just worried that you say you're just tired and don't elaborate. You won't communicate with your wife but will communicate with millions of strangers on the internet. Not the asshole. This entire comment section is full of people projecting their insecurities and frustration with their own partners on you and your relationship. Tell your wife you don't appreciate her not listening to you, but reassure her if something is bothering you or if you do need to talk, you will go to her when you are ready to talk. She's asking you if you're okay because she knows you're not okay. Also remember that women are constantly conditioned to say that we're fine when we're not fine, so we're also conditioned to know that when people say they're fine they can be lying. You're the asshole. Yes, she's being annoying but she cares, maybe ask her to stop asking politely. She knows something's wrong more than a lack of sleep. If you aren't ready to talk to her, maybe go to therapy or find someone else to talk to about it so it doesn't cause any more fights. Right now she's probably hurt about you being mad at her genuine concern and maybe hurt that you aren't confiding in her. Yes, your wife sucks because she continuously asks if you're okay, and by golly is that one of the most annoying things people do regularly. You suck because there's something wrong that you're not willing to talk about but you've not told her that, which is probably why she's asking. I am struggling with some things but they are not things I am ready to talk to her about, so I felt jammed between a rock and hard place when constantly put on the spot like that. So you aren't okay, you've been lying about it, and your wife can tell. I agree being asked over and over again if you're okay is annoying. But if you're not okay, you should say something like, I've got some stuff rattling around in my head, it's not about you, but I need a little patience while I'm processing it. You're the asshole. Well, you lied when you said you were okay. No wonder she keeps asking. She must be quite anxious because something is up and you won't admit it. How hard would it be to tell her you are not ready to talk about it? You're the asshole for insisting you're fine when by your own admission you are not. You're the asshole. You are telling us here that you are struggling with stuff and your wife can feel it. Tell her right now you are using her as a reason to be angry, while you are not okay. Not the asshole. It is really annoying when people keep badgering you with that specific question. I don't blame you getting a little angry. I think you could have expressed your need to process a few things a bit better, but what she was doing was very, very annoying. This is very games people play. You're the asshole. You were nasty to her when she's just concerned about you. Worried enough to ask you multiple times even when you lie straight to her face. Learn to communicate better. I'm not doing the best but I don't want to talk about it right now. I appreciate that you're here for me. Let's just continue on as normal right now because that's what I need at the moment. You sound like a baby. It gets annoying when you don't want to talk about something, but just say you don't want to talk about it yet. I was gonna go into this saying not the asshole but reading your disclaimer that no you aren't actually okay, I gotta say you're the asshole. You're the asshole. You kept saying I'm okay, just tired, as if that was communicating properly. It's normal to have an emotional outburst when someone crosses your boundaries multiple times. Weird that I'm not seeing people talk about that. Your wife could have waited for a better moment. Yes, for the other reasons people have mentioned, but your wife is an asshole for not respecting your no, even if she meant well. Yes, your wife is an asshole for constantly asking if you're okay instead of dropping it. Even if it has good intentions, it gets annoying fast. You're an asshole for not communicating with her properly. If you've got something on your mind you're uncomfortable talking about, just say I've got some stuff on my mind, but I'm not ready to talk about it yet. That way she'll know that there is something not okay, but it's something to be dealt with later. You're the asshole. You lied to your wife and she knew it, so she kept asking. If you were honest and told her what was bothering you from the start, she wouldn't have kept asking. You're the asshole. 4 times in a day really isn't a lot when your husband was walking around looking unwell,